Hi folks, welcome back to the Amazing Education Station, Amazing Education channel. It's more about the ideas, it's not about the video, remember that. So don't expect amazing video. I just have my phone camera, but it's more about listening and giving you a better future, better health, cleaner planet. And it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but it can be financial education for you. So now, right now in 2022, people are just getting interested in cheap electric vehicles. And who makes the cheapest in large volume? Well, it's the polluted, terrible, actually unfair China electric vehicle producers, where basically in cooperation with the Chinese Communist government, the electric vehicles are extremely cheap. You have to watch out, because even though we want China to do well, but we want them to clean up. Maybe 8 to 10 million people each year are dying early because of pollution. A lot of that has to do with air pollution from the coal-fired power plants in China. And so those are worldwide numbers, but China is the most polluting country on the planet, and they have millions of people who have died, over 1 million each year. And so it's a real tragedy. And although electric vehicles are good for the environment, but not if they're being produced in such a dirty way, and they're being powered from different polluting power plants. Now, in the other countries that have cleaner, and I'm not saying clean, okay, notice the difference between clean and cleaner. Okay, let's say less polluting power plants in different countries outside of China, then the electric vehicles make much more sense and help the environment more, especially if it's sustainably done with renewable power, wind and solar and so on. So that's a much better situation. So I would recommend, even if it's a Chinese company, but maybe they're doing all the manufacturing, including the parts, outside of their country, and you're using the vehicle outside of the country, and they're following environmental regulations, well, it's not going to be so cheap, but it's going to actually be respecting people's rights to a healthy, clean environment, not being poisoned and polluted, not getting cancer and emphysema and other illnesses or death because of the terrible pollution in China. So I think you know who you are if you're promoting Chinese vehicles, and I recommend that you stop it until they have more of a human rights situation promoted by their laws, their legal system. And I would argue that part of it would have to do with voting and term limitations and a multi-party system. It's going to be much more beneficial to them and to everybody in the world, because the pollution, guess what, it goes around the world. We use the same oxygen, the same air, and all the chemicals that they're putting in, well, you're breathing them. So we've got to reverse this trend, reduce the population about 90% only by having smaller family sizes and peacefully. And so now there are some electric vehicles made in the United States, and the most United States manufactured electric vehicle is actually Tesla, even though they manufacture some parts and they do manufacture entire vehicles overseas, including China and in Germany. So I would recommend, because of environmental regulations, either United States or German made only. Avoid the Chinese Teslas, and they got to clean up their act, really. We need a little bit of protest against Tesla, and I suggest they remove their factories in China, and they're not helping the environment when they're producing over there. they're promoting the destruction of the environment by benefiting the Chinese system. And I live there, I know what I'm talking about, and thank you very much for listening. It's going to benefit you. Avoid Chinese, and you have to wonder about the quality, because the education and level of productivity and quality over there is not the same as it is in, for example, Japan, Korea, United States, definitely Eastern Europe. Now they're improving over time, so at any time they could be even more advanced or better or long lasting, but it takes many years to know this, many years to verify something. They could be producing wonderful vehicles with very few problems for the first 5 years, and then year 6, 7, 8, oh, terrible breakdowns, the batteries are worn out, no good, some manufacturing defects show up, and suddenly the cars catch on fire or self-destruct and stop working and cost a huge amount to repair or replace. And you may not even be able to repair or replace particular parts if they're no longer made. It's a Chinese situation, and they're very unreliable in general in terms of their products, very unreliable in the quality of their parts. So keep it all in mind. Thank you very much. Be careful, and yeah, just try not to buy much made there. We need to bring manufacturing and make it clean, sustainable, and vastly reduce our driving. We should be walking and exercising like these people. Okay, take care now. Good luck, and just follow this advice. It's the easiest way to have a better life for us all. Share, like, subscribe. Thanks very much.